Okay, we have a customer without a service, so let's give them a service. We go down to this drop-down box when we're in the Overview tab, and we simply add service. Now we have to pick a service, and if you think about starting at the upper left-hand corner and working your way down to the bottom right, you'll do pretty good here. So we're going to add a service. We're going to pick pest control. That basic one we put in setup that we talked about goes in here. You'll notice it also triggered this line. You have to put this line in manually if you set your service up without it. It's real simple. You simply go in here, add a line, and then you pick what profile you'd put it into and give it a rate. But in this case, it's already ready to go. So we've got an active status. We've assigned it to the sales tech, and we could put instructions here for the tech to read when he goes out on the job site. That's original. But anyways, that's where you'd put it, and every work order will now have a little note on it for the technician to not let the dog out. So now we have to give this a value. So we're going to pick the value of one service. So let's say that every time you go out, you charge $45 for your pest control service. Can be anything. I'm just saying. Okay, so it's $45 and it's already triggered from the customer profile as non-taxable. So you don't have to worry about this. If there's nothing in there, you have to do it, or the software will tell you go back and put something in there. On the additional info page, this is where you track how you're getting your customers. We remember we put in web page. Let's say we got them from the web page. You might want to fill out the linear feet for this. You may want to give it a target. It's right there. The PO number would be, of course, for if you had to purchase anything for the job so that you'd know what customer it was added to. And the estimate type is always going to be there, or it's going to default to pest control because we did that. It's going to be in the service group for pest control. So when we move on, the estimate will be finished. We won't even use it, but it'll be there. We're going to schedule it to the tech. Now, you can lock it in for this on your calendar for this technician only if you want to, but in the beginning, stay out of that one. You can also lock it on the calendar so you can only choose an exact day of the week. Don't worry about that right now because if you pick the first Monday of the month, it'll always reoccur on the first Monday of the month by the simple default settings on the calendar. Those can be changed also. So we'll just leave that alone. Call ahead will change the color on the calendar and note the work order so that either the office or the technician will call this customer before they go out. In work pool, if you do lawn spraying and you don't schedule by an exact time, you may just want it to show up on a certain day so that you can print your work orders and send the guys out. You would select that. But if you want to see it on the calendar, do not select in the work pool. Or if you have termite renewals, that's a great place to put them because the following year you can look in your work pool, click on the customer's name, and call them, and then set an exact time and schedule for them to go out. Confirmed is just that. If your customer confirms the time, you can confirm it so that somebody else doesn't accidentally move it that's working in your office. Check here that it is a reoccurring service, and check here that the service is scheduled by date. Now, if it's a monthly service, you can pull this drop-down box, select the monthly, and put in every month. So this will happen once every month. If it's a quarterly service, you would change that to a 3. That will go into 4. And an even amount of times there, now you've got your quarterly services. Because we're going to set this one back to once every month. We're going to pick a time and date to start. Let's go to 8 a.m. Sorry about that. And a.m. And at this point, you can hit quick schedule and it will show you a year's worth of work orders. If you want to look at those work orders, where they're scheduled, so you don't go across Christmas Day or something like that, you can simply look in here. If it's on a day that you know you're not going to work or a day you know the customer's not going to, anywhere you blacken this, it makes a work order for that day. Anywhere you undo it, you move it. So you're actually rescheduling it there as it goes. But as it was, we picked the second Tuesday of the month, so it picked the second Tuesday of every month from then on out for this. None of these are in cement. All you got to do is change them to where you want them to be. Now you'll notice if you did everything right that this is for $45 and your annual totals will show now down here at $540 and you're done entering a service for the customer. And that's as simple as it gets. You can now see through this date range here that is a default, you can change it to anything you want, what you have on this customer. If one of these work orders is completed, and you can complete here or you can complete it in the office section of the software, it will then show that you have a statement ready to go out. If the statement is paid, it will show that it's paid and it will show the payment. The detail section of this is just for seeing the details of what this customer has and balances owed, etc., etc. So overview is only going to show the service that you do and give you a quick date on the next time it's ready to do. And that's it for adding a customer. And now you've added a service for him to do.